XPENG is rewriting the rules of autonomous driving, making full self-driving FSD hardware standard in every new vehicle without charging buyers extra. Whether it's the futuristic X9 or the sleek P7 Plus, every model is rolling off the line future ready. It's a bold strategy aimed at disrupting the EV market by lowering the barrier to advanced driving tech. But what's powering this shift, and how is XPENG able to offer this feature for free? In this video, we'll break it all down, starting with the chip at the center of it all. XPENG's decision to include full self-driving hardware as standard in all its new vehicles marks one of the most ambitious moves in the EV space to date. At the heart of this strategy lies the Turing chip, a custom-designed, in-house autonomous driving processor that sets XPENG apart from most other automakers. While competitors like Tesla and legacy car brands often rely on external suppliers like Nvidia, XPENG has taken a vertically integrated approach, allowing them to control the entire self-driving stack from hardware to software. What truly distinguishes XPENG's approach is how it leverages this proprietary chip without passing the cost onto the consumer. The Turing chip now comes built in with all current XPENG models, including the spacious X9 MPV, the elegant P7 Plus sedan, and the versatile G6 and G9 SUVs. There's no need to select a pricey upgrade or subscribe to a monthly service. XPENG vehicles ship with the tech fully installed, ready to be activated when regulatory environments catch up. This bold pricing model contrasts sharply with Tesla's, where customers pay as much as $12,000 for full self-driving or $199 a month via subscription. By offering similar capabilities at no extra cost, XPENG is signaling confidence not just in its technology, but in its ability to scale this offering across a competitive and price-sensitive market like China. The implications are far-reaching. First, XPENG gains a strong competitive edge in a crowded EV landscape where price and innovation are both key drivers. Second, by equipping all vehicles with future-ready tech, XPENG extends the lifecycle and relevance of its cars. Customers benefit from peace of mind, knowing their vehicle won't need new hardware for future software upgrades. Ultimately, this move positions XPENG as not just a car manufacturer, but a forward-thinking tech company betting on long-term loyalty. And it all starts with the Turing chip, the foundation of a strategy that challenges the industry's assumptions about what self-driving should cost and who gets access to it. But giving away the hardware is just one part of the story. The real magic is how XPENG trains the brain behind it, and that means tossing out the old rulebook entirely. XPENG's Vision First playbook. XPENG has made a clear decision. No more reliance on LiDAR or preloaded high-definition maps. Instead, they're going all in on a Vision First strategy, letting their vehicles navigate using camera-based perception and real-time AI processing. This shift aligns closely with Tesla's path, but with some critical differences in execution and market context. What makes this move so significant is XPENG's decision to abandon a system they once pioneered. A few years ago, XPENG was one of the first to use LiDAR and HD maps for autonomous driving in China. But after years of development, they've walked away from it, not because it didn't work, but because they believe vision is the only scalable solution. Their current generation of vehicles now operates with a simplified sensor suite and are trained entirely on real-world camera-derived data. That data pool is substantial. XPENG has gathered over 500 million kilometers of autonomous driving data from its user fleet. That's around 310 million miles of learning from real traffic, environments, weather conditions, and unpredictable human behavior. This kind of scale is crucial for training deep learning models that mimic human driving judgment. XPENG is applying this to its latest neural networks, which now drive their vehicles in complex urban settings across China. One standout moment that really put XPENG's system to the test happened when a driver took their P7 Plus from mainland China into Hong Kong. China drives on the right, Hong Kong drives on the left. XPENG's system wasn't programmed for this switch, yet the car successfully adapted, figuring out on its own that traffic rules had reversed. It even handled merging and navigation without any software update or map preload. This wasn't a stunt, it was spontaneous, and even the company's CEO admitted he was surprised it worked. XPENG is now targeting Level 3 autonomous driving certification in China by the end of 2025. No manufacturer in the country has achieved this yet, but XPENG seems quietly confident. If they pull it off, they'll become the first brand in China to offer true hands-off driving under regulated conditions. Autonomous cars are just the beginning, XPENG's ambitions go way beyond the road and into a future filled with robots, flying vehicles, and AI-powered mobility. XPENG isn't stopping at self-driving cars. They've made it clear they're building something much larger, a full-scale tech ecosystem built around AI. While most automakers are still refining electric drivetrains or stretching to enter new markets, XPENG is investing heavily into areas that sound futuristic but are already under active development: humanoid robots and flying vehicles. Let's start with the robots. XPENG's robotics division is developing a humanoid machine that's expected to launch its first version in 2026. This won't be a walking genius, it'll be a more basic, functional version meant to showcase foundational capability. What's refreshing is how direct the robotics team has been about where things really stand. The head of the project openly said that much of the industry is exaggerating progress. According to him, the flashy robot demos shown by other companies are usually heavily staged. His message was blunt: none of these robots are smart yet. The focus at XPENG is on building a brain that can eventually think like a human. That, they say, is still 3 to 5 years away at best. While the robot roadmap is steady and grounded, their flying vehicle program is moving at surprising speed. XPENG Aero HT, their dedicated flying car division, has already conducted public demonstrations of a prototype that can take off vertically and transition to forward flight. Unlike some companies in the space that focus purely on aerial taxis, XPENG is aiming to build personal use flying cars, vehicles that can operate on roads and in the air. It's a bold concept, but XPENG believes short-distance urban flight will eventually complement ground-based autonomy. They're even working on simplified licensing and infrastructure strategies for potential rollout in China first. These aren't marketing distractions. XPENG is putting real engineering effort and funding behind both initiatives. Their goal is to expand their control over how people move, whether on wheels, by air, or eventually through robotic assistance. Of course, none of that matters if the core vehicle experience isn't world-class. So what's under the hood, and how does XPENG's hardware stack up against the best? XPENG's electric platform isn't just built for software. It's been engineered from the ground up to deliver serious hardware performance, and that starts with their 800 volts architecture. Every new XPENG model, including the X9, G6, and P7 Plus, is based on this high voltage system. It's not just about raw speed either. The 800 volts design dramatically improves energy efficiency and charging times, putting XPENG among the fastest charging EVs in the world right now. When paired with a 500 kilowatt charger, XPENG's latest vehicles can charge from 10% to 80% in just 12 minutes. That includes large vehicles like the X9 MPV, which uses a battery pack in the range of 100 to 105 kilowatt hour. Even without access to the most powerful stations, XPENG drivers can still expect impressive results. On a standard 350 kilowatt charger, real-world charging times sit around 18 minutes, still faster than what most premium EVs currently offer in Europe or North America. XPENG isn't relying on third parties to make this work either. In China, they've been rolling out their own XPENG branded fast charging network, already covering key urban areas. Internationally, they're forming partnerships with local infrastructure providers to ensure compatibility and access for global users. This network expansion is crucial for XPENG's global push, especially as models like the G6 and X9 head to Europe, Southeast Asia, and Australia. Underneath the cars, XPENG is pushing tech that's usually reserved for high-end luxury vehicles. Their new platform supports structural battery packs, reducing weight and improving rigidity. It also helps with heat distribution, which is critical for safe, high-speed charging. Then there's the dual-chamber air suspension, a system that adjusts automatically to road conditions and driving modes. Combine that with magnetic dampers, and you get a smoother ride, tighter handling, and less body roll in sharp turns. These are the kinds of features that change how a car feels on the road. XPENG's tech might be cutting edge, but how do you take all of this innovation and scale it across the globe? Their latest expansion strategy just might have the answer. XPENG is no longer rolling out cars with a China-first mindset. They've shifted to a unified launch strategy, where major models are now designed and released simultaneously for both domestic and international markets. The X9 MPV, the G6 crossover, and the updated P7 Plus are all being produced with global compatibility in mind, supporting both left-hand and right-hand drive versions from the start. This change matters. It's not just about reaching more customers, it's about building trust. In the past, XPENG released cars in China first, then modified or delayed them for other markets. That approach made sense when they were still scaling up, but it also signaled to international buyers that they were getting a second-hand version of the company's latest ideas. Now, XPENG is flipping that narrative by treating all markets as equal in its product roadmap. Countries like Australia, Malaysia, Thailand, Norway, and Germany are part of this new wave. These are not trial runs or low-volume experiments. XPENG is bringing its latest vehicles, equipped with the newest tech and safety standards, to these markets at the same time as China. That decision alone changes how customers perceive the brand. It also creates a unified product identity, which makes everything from marketing to servicing more streamlined. Backing this shift is a major vote of confidence from one of the biggest names in the industry, Volkswagen. The German automaker recently invested in XPENG and is collaborating on platform development. This isn't just a financial partnership, it's a strategic one. For Volkswagen, XPENG offers agility and tech depth that most legacy brands don't have. For XPENG, it's validation that their approach isn't just working, it's attracting attention from the top of the global automotive food chain. This new global strategy puts XPENG in a position to scale fast, without being boxed in by regional limitations or legacy rollout models. So what's your take on XPENG's bold new direction? Would you drive a car that learns as it drives you to work? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Until next time, thanks for watching.